Geography optional. So there I discussed what are the advantages of geography and why should we choose geography optional. So some certain basic things were discussed by me. I told you geography is inherently having scientific nature. Because of its scientific nature, it is far more interesting, far more scoring than other options. And I told you because of scientific nature, it is more logical. So you does not require cramming because topics are integrated with each other, and you have to be very thorough with each of them. And I told you that geography is having inherent advantage in GS, like 100 marks questions in GS paper 1, 100 marks questions in GS paper 3. Plus, there are certain topics which are so common in GS, like global climate change, global warming, coral reefs, sustainable development, biodiversity. These topics are integral part of geography, because even if you don't take geography, you will have to be very extensive with these topics, and in geography we study these topics very extensively, so you will have an inherent advantages over the other aspirants. Now, one more thing, the entire advantage of geography can be reaped only if this subject is taught in a particular way, in a particular fashion. Otherwise you won't reap the advantage of geography. So what do people do? They tend to find shortcuts. Because they feel that geography is having big syllabus, so let us go for selective study. And as I told you, now since 2008 onwards, 60 marks questions, this is 60 marks questions have stopped. Now they are asking small questions, 15 marks, 15 marks, 20 marks. This way they are asking questions from every section of geography. So now you have to be very thorough with geography. And moreover, the advantage that you reap in geography, that you have in geography, in GS, you can avail that advantage only when you study geography thoroughly. Because geography has also, you will feel a glimpse in essays also. Geography has huge impact. Apart from GS, and geography itself is a highly scoring option provided you study in a particular fashion, provided you study in a particular way. So here I would first advise you कि लोग कहते हैं ना books. See, suppose one topic in geography is origin and first topic of geomorphology is origin and evolution of the earth crust. What do people do? They end up studying origin and evolution of the earth. Basically, that is entirely different. Origin and evolution of the earth is entirely different topic, and what has been mentioned in syllabus, origin and evolution of the earth crust, that is entirely different. So that is what happens. You have to be very thorough with the syllabus. I told you, you must cram the syllabus of geography, and you must go through last 10 years questions in geography. Now, what strategy do I adopt? I tend to adopt a foolproof strategy, and therefore I end up extending the course to 5 months to 5.5 months. Because if you want to have thorough grip over the geography, you need to give time. And basically, if you want to reduce geography in 200 pages, what happens? The most difficult dilemma before the student is, sir, I am unable to revise the subject at the end. At the last hour, they say, at the fag end of the preparation, they say, sir, I am unable to revise the subject. Why? Because they tend to underline in books anywhere, and at times they tend to make notes, at times they tend to go through some magazines. You need to have an integrated approach. What do I do? In paper 1, whatever, suppose first topic is geomorphology, suppose I take the first topic, I will ask you, I will provide you the notes. Keep them with you. Whatever I have discussed in class discussion, in class you have to focus on the concepts. Back at home, you will get the same classroom video also, whether you are online student or offline. Back at home, make notes from the video. Suppose the note takes 5 pages to 10 pages. The most important thing now is to study these 5 to 10 pages 10-15 times until you are very thorough with it. Once you have studied 10-15 times, reduce these 5 to 10 pages into one page, and that we call as synopsis. Once you have made the synopsis, you need to revise only this synopsis. Likewise, of every topic of geomorphology, you will make synopsis. Geomorphology will be reduced in 10 pages, 12 pages. Climatology will be reduced in 15 pages. Likewise, the entire geography will be reduced in 200 pages. And you can revise these 200 pages 10 times. It will hardly take 3 days to revise entire geography. People do what do they do? This is but to reduce the geography in 200 pages, it will take at least 6-7 months. 6-7 months. If you want to reduce geography into 200 pages by making synopsis of every topic, and that is the only way out. Even in GS also, whatever you study, you make the synopsis. You cannot remember everything. You have to remember the crux, and that is what you can reproduce in exam. Now, once you have made the synopsis, suppose geomorphology, you have made the notes and synopsis of every topic, then I conduct tests. Now, previously, until now, I was evaluating myself. Now, I have a team of 7 teachers who will evaluate along with me. Previously, I used to read the answers on the WhatsApp voice message, and I used to give the explanation for it. Or wherever changes are required, I used to read the answer. That used to take a lot of time. Now I have a team of 6-7 teachers who will sit along with me, and they will evaluate the answers, and they will give you the feedback on the answer sheet itself, where you are going wrong, what all changes you have to make. So when you will write the test, you will find the importance of this synopsis. If you have made the synopsis, 50% of the writing skill work is already done. Here, while making the synopsis, I will tell you, like any other subject, every subject has its own terminology. Geography is also having its own terminology. People, initially, they are in a habit of using the layman's language. Layman's language reveal that you are not a student of geography. Just some student asked me, sir, in GS or geography paper 2, there are certain very generalized questions, as if they are from GS. So how to input the geographical aspect in them? Beta, if you are a student of geography, you would use geographical terminology, and that terminology itself will give the geographical aspect to that answer question. There's no special need. A layman, a subject of a student of anthropology or sociology, while he will write the answer, he will write in a layman's language. But if you are having geography as an option, there are certain keywords, geographical terminologies in physical geography, in human geography, and while writing the answers, those terminologies itself will reveal that you are having geography as an option, and the geographical aspect will be there. Now, here, having the tests, yes. So what happens, people have a tendency ki sir, how to reproduce the ideas. Once you make the synopsis, the most important thing is people are unable to recall the things. Question chodo, if question is twisted, that is a different thing. I am saying a direct question is there, still they have a difficulty. Why? Few things are there. Students make grammatical mistake because most of the students are not so proficient in English. First thing. In geography, it doesn't account much if you go by my advice. You won't have to write so much, because what happens in sociology, in anthropology and political science, you have to be very flowery in your answer. But in geography, since it is scientific, so your command over the English does not matter so much. Why? In geography, you have to be very much creative by way of diagrams. Even before writing the answer, suppose you have made the synopsis. By making the synopsis, you have come to know the terminology of geography. You have come to know the content of the topic. Now, when you start writing an answer, first you, if it is required, you will draw the diagram. People say, is it necessary to draw the diagram? Sir, do we need to draw diagram in every question? Beta, the purpose of drawing the diagram is if you can make your answer more visible, more apparent, more clear. Matlab, if you can make it easier for an examiner what you have written over there, then it is good to make diagrams. Otherwise, don't make diagrams and maps for the sake of making it. In paper 2, what do I do? While discussing resources or any aspect, I always teach by way of maps of states. So you suppose cotton mills in the distribution of cotton mills. Make the map of Maharashtra, largest number of cotton mills. These are the areas. Gujarat, and then likewise Andhra Pradesh. You keep on making that. This is more illustrative, and if you make the entire map of the country, it doesn't reveal anything. Make the maps of the state. That is small maps that consume less time and they increase the visibility of your answer. So diagrams are required there to increase the visibility of your answer. Examiner will precisely come to know, suppose in Maharashtra, Mumbai is the biggest center. So what you will do, you will make a star on Mumbai. Apart from Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, other centers are there. Important one, Ballar Shah, isn't it? In Chandrapur, paper making. So what you have to be very precise in the diagrams. Make the diagrams state-wise wherever it is required. At times, people are unable to express. It's better not to make diagram. Diagrams tabhi banane hain when you are in a position to enhance the visibility by way of drawing the diagrams. And wherever you are writing the answer, always draw the diagram above. Suppose distribution of iron steel mills. Then draw the diagrams of state-wise. For example, in Jharkhand, these are the steel mills. In Odisha, so before writing, make the diagram. So examiner must come to know what you have written over there. The purpose of diagram is to enhance the visibility of your answer. बच्चे क्या करते हैं? They write the entire answer. At the end, they draw the diagram. That defeats the purpose itself. Draw the diagram just above, before you write, and below that mention it. So examiner will come to know what you have written over there, and he will not go much into the details of your answer. He won't try to decipher your handwriting, and he will come to know by diagram itself what you have written over there. So this will enhance your marks fetching potential. Now, how does the test bring improvement? अब test का purpose क्या होता है? First, we see some of the students, in fact 70% of the students have problem in grammar. So we advise them, see, it's not that ki overnight you can improve your English, but what I see, ki yes, there's a way out. You see the video multiple times. How do we learn the language? Suppose if you are born in China, you would speak Chinese fluently without getting taught in any school. Same way, the problem with English is you need to make an environment. For example, in geography, geographical terminology and English, keep on seeing my videos and you will become very much accustomed to certain things. And those things will become yours. You can use them as per your will. And in geography, be precise. Don't write long sentences. Write short sentences to the point. Geography is precise. Regarding paper 2, things are different. Paper 2 is applied. And I discussed in paper 2, not only you have to cite case studies, but you have also to cite principles from physical geography and perspectives in human geography. I will give you the examples also. So while I will give you the test, you will write the answer. While discussing this grammatical problem, we'll pinpoint the grammatical problem. We'll pinpoint where diagrams are missing. In conclusion, in paper 2, conclusion is in the form of solution because paper 2 is applied. In paper 1, conclusion may be in the form of supporting the hypothesis. Yes, this hypothesis still holds true. In different questions, the nature of conclusion varies. Now, while writing the answer, introduction, main body, conclusion, people feel as if these are 3 different things. They are seamlessly connected. Nobody comes to know where the introduction stops and the main body begins. and where the conclusion in paper 1 is different. In paper 2 it is in the form of solution. In paper 1 usually it is in the form of validation of the theory, or how far this theory is true or wrong. Now in test, when your answer is evaluated, you precisely come to know whether you are having problem in grammatical aspect, whether you are not drawing the diagrams properly, or you are having problem in the conceptual aspect, or you are unable to recall the factual aspect. And fifth, how well you are able to conclude your answer depends upon holistic understanding of the topic. This is the most important phase, because ultimately you get marks for writing, not for reading. So tests happen to the most important phase. Here initially we take topic wise test, like once we complete geomorphology test. We complete climatology, we take climatology test. We complete oceanography, we take oceanography test. Now once physical geography is over, what we see that there are certain topics which were removed from the syllabus in 2008, but the questions are still being asked, like periglacial landforms, glacial landforms, karst topography, है ना, sea wave landform carved by sea waves. They are still being asked. So for that, I will advise you to go through GC Leong, a certificate in physical geography, and I will also personally handle those topics. Plus, in geomorphology, there's a tendency in UPSC to ask one or two short note which is not precisely in syllabus, and you cannot say it is out of syllabus, but such questions usually people are unable to answer it. So don't bother about those questions. Certain topics which were there in previously, now they are asking question, we'll get them covered, and you can also cover them from GC Leong. But there are certain principles of Thornbury from where also they ask questions, and I will try to cover them also. But what I feel ki giving too much time to physical geography is not so fruitful, because second part, human geography, it is equally important. It has same weightage. And here there is a topic, perspectives in human geography. That is the heart and soul of geography, perspectives. Here you come across various terms, certain terms which basically directly get manifested in questions. Certain concepts, scholars, number of scholars who propounded which idea, deterministic approach, possibilistic approach, pragmatic possibilism, probabilism, cultural determinism, what is ethnocentrism, ethnocentricity. So these aspects have to be social Darwinism, what is human ecology. So yahan par what do? We discuss it very exhaustively. And I provide you entire notes. In perspectives, you have to, this takes the maximum time in geography, this topic, perspective, longest, because it is from here that you will cite numerous examples in paper 2. Basically, while studying any aspect, when you are, for example, on either side of Rhine River, what you see on one side, France, Vosges mountain is there, on the other side, Black Forest mountain is there in Germany. Both are physiographically similar. Environmental, according to deterministic approach, both areas must have same cultural landscape. But as per Retzel, he said, although physiographically both are same, but the cultural landscape is entirely different. This shows that people living in same physiographic setting may not have same way of life. They may interpret the same environment differently, because environment is interpreted by way of cultural filter, and every cultural filter gives you a different impression of real environment. So this way you can cite the examples in paper 2. Yahan par in human geography, basically perspectives, population settlement, very good topic, and basically regional planning, very short topic, small topic. And then there is a topic, there is this models, very important. And economic geography. In economic geography, here you will see foreign trade policy and basically balance of trade, those aspects. You will see large aspects of economics is also covered, distribution of resources. Now here, while studying the distribution of resources and industries, it's impossible to study each and every resource and industry. For this, what I have done, I have uploaded 13 videos on YouTube, World Regional Geography by Ajay Singh. These are 13 videos. I've discussed every country individually, country, its soil, its vegetation, its climate, its resources, its industries, its mountains, its rivers, its human aspect, everything. So you will feel as if you have visited the country. So go through those videos. That will help you a lot in this economic geography, in human geography, world distribution of resources and industries, factors influencing distribution of industries. That part will be covered. Be it physical geography, geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, biogeography, environment, or human geography. These are more or less static. If you accept environment geography, environment, the syllabus mentioned in geography option in environment geography is more or less static, but the questions that they ask are highly dynamic. Now, because global climate change, global warming, basically sea level rise, coral bleaching, and basically these are very important topics. And every day you see news keep cropping up, and nationally intended determined goals are there, and every country is trying to pursue those goals. How to reduce the carbon footprints? These topics are such we continuously keep on updating through geography and you, down to earth and Yojana. Yojana you all have to read, but down to earth and geography and you, especially for geography, where you will see there's continuous updates, and your marks fetching potential in paper 2, because in paper 2 you will have applied questions. Since the nature of questions is applied, so here they want solution. In conclusion, they want solution from your side. This solution you can derive only when you give proper case studies. Here you cite certain examples, like Down to Earth magazine, we give numerous examples. In geography and you also numerous examples are there. What measures have been taken by way of artificially developing coral colonies. We are building coral reefs. So you have to cite examples, and then you have to conclude in the form of solution. In paper 2, at times they ask such questions which are, for example, Quad. Previous year they asked the question of Quad, relevance of Quad and maritime trade. So such questions, it appears as if they are very difficult to be answered. But if you break it down, if you know about Quad, strategic importance of Quad, strategic importance is correlated with maritime trade, then you can correlate it with maritime trade. So in political geography of India, political geography, paper 2, we have discussed it very elaborately. Indo-Pak border issue, Indo-China, since before independence, after independence, how the issues have cropped up, what all went wrong, and why these issues have acquired so serious dimensions. What about India-Myanmar issues, border issues? So what about the regionalism? What impact do regionalism have on nationalism? Is regionalism considered as sub-nationalism? How far it is good? How far it is bad? So these topics are such that they will have huge, you will find in political geography, when you study political geography, you will study that you have studied large part of international relations. When you study regional development planning, you have studied a part of basically polity. So geography, economic geography, you will feel you have studied large part of economics. Geography is having huge coverage. Its arena is very broad, which gives you the added advantage. While once you have completed the syllabus, then you are in the best position to articulate your answer. Now you know everything. What happens once we take sectional test, topic-wise test, you have studied geomorphology or climatology, you won't have the, you won't be able to know the applied aspect. Once you have gone through paper 2 also, then after that, when you will update those paper 2 content with this current developments, then you will find yourself that a huge part of GS is covered. I have said only 100 marks in GS1 and 100 marks in GS3, but you will find in GS3 it covers more than 100 marks. Basically, it has huge impact in paper 2, GS2 also. And geography gives you overall understanding of every aspect, every topic. So it helps you in writing quality essays. So geography shapes up your entire personality. It's not that, and the best part is, what do? I make it a habit of writing essay every week. Write down essay every week. And I have appointed a separate teacher for essay without any charges. He will evaluate your essay and give you the precise feedback, because essay is one thing that cannot be learned overnight. You keep on writing, keep on writing, keep on writing, and don't get evaluated. By writing itself, you will see you have started improving upon yourself. So geography, those topics which are related from geography, you can write essays very good, but writing essays quite different from writing answers of optional. Essays something different. So here I will confine myself to geography optional. Apart from essay also in GS it will give you huge benefit, but you will have to go through every topic of geography. If you skip, suppose तुम्हें लगता है यार in aquaculture, sericulture, apiculture, in paper 2 in agriculture certain topics are there from where no question has been asked in option. Poultry farming, but if you don't go through those topics, you won't reap the benefit in GS. Once go through the entire syllabus of geography, you will feel the importance of geography, how significant contribution it will have in your entire preparation of UPSC. It will cover a huge portion. And then later on, you can be selective. Once you have made the synopsis, you can know, yes, this synopsis is also useful in GS. I can't afford to skip it. And those topics you feel, suppose you don't feel interested in climatology, leave it, skip it. But once go through the entire syllabus, make the notes, make the synopsis. At the last moment, you can be choosy. You can choose 70% of the topics. Yes, from here I will attempt. But if any case, if a question comes which is such that you have left the 30% topic from where it has been asked, but if you have gone through the entire syllabus, you will be able to write something. You will be able to fetch some marks. So don't skip completely. Once complete the entire syllabus, write tests on every topic, and thereafter, once you have made the synopsis, when you have made the syllabus, and once you have before exam revise entire syllabus, it will hardly take 3 days to revise 200 pages. Revise entire syllabus. At the last moment, you can be choosy. Or at times, what happens? Every weightage is equal now. Geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, only 20 marks question is there. That's it. Not more than that. So you can be, but if you see climatology is very bulky as compared to oceanography. So you can afford to skip at the end, because if you want, you have to attempt from that section. That is also possible. And but since you have gone through climatology, that added advantage that you have clarity of concepts, you know the concepts, that will help you in GS. That advantage won't be lost. Okay. So this way we will cover the syllabus very rigorously, and 15 June we will start the classes, online and offline classes. Offline classes will be held at Swayam IAS, Old Ayan Nagar, 57/12, second floor, Swayam IAS, offline classes. And simultaneously online classes will also be held. So first batch is starting from 15 June, and we will have some more open sessions, and where you can raise queries, you can ask questions. All the best.